As a Nigerian or an African living in Nigeria or living in Africa, there's this accomplishments young ladies get when they date or even marry Oyibo. No be me talk am. This is just the way it is. And this is the story of young, naive, beautiful Mellisa. High rate of ritual.
First, may they give me the seat first.
You could not get how old Mellisa is, but from the picture, she looks like she would be in her late 20s or early 30s. Her parents were not so rich, but I sense she wasn't among the poor of the poorest in Nigeria. She wasn't, because she had a brother that was a policeman that seems like he was living comfortably at that time. Just like every young Nigeria, Africa young lady, Mellisa wanted comfort. And one way of getting comfort was by dating a comfortable Oyibo man. Where will she find this white man? Of course, in a dating site. And so Mellisa registered in this site and started searching for a white man. Boom! She hit the jackpot because she met a white man that was not only comfortable but handsome. Not only handsome but cared about her. So it seems then. And this young man's name was Cyril D. Mellisa felt so lucky, like so accomplished. She had met a white man, an Oyibo man, that not only was comfortable, cared about her, that in just a few weeks after they started dating online, so the white man decided to move to Nigeria just to see Mellisa. So he came into Nigeria for the first time just to see Mellisa, and while he came, he spoiled Mellisa silly, took Mellisa to so much luxury places that even Mellisa, the naive girl, didn't know. Some coded place, you know, all these places that are kind of coded and comfortable, it's just few people that would know. Those are the kind of places he was taking Mellisa to. Mellisa's family that was staying in Nigeria never even knew these places existed. Now Mellisa's family was kind of pushed her back, like, this guy just came and he knows these places, but what would anybody do? Cyril was happy, Mellisa was happy, and so her family would, of course, be happy for her. Cyril took Mellisa shopping, bought stuffs for her, paid her rent, funded her account with lots of money. Mellisa went from being that broke, naive girl to a sophisticated Oyibo dating girl. Just within a few months that Mellisa met Cyril, her life changed. While Cyril was in Nigeria, Cyril proposed to Mellisa. And of course, she said yes with her spirit, soul, and body. People that went for the dowry payment, that's the marriage, claimed that the marriage was done so lavishly. Like the Oyibo man did not price. Everybody was sincerely happy for Mellisa. A few weeks into the marriage, Mellisa's brother, that was a policeman, invited Cyril D because he was not around for the marriage. He wasn't in the country then, he traveled out of the country. So when he was back, he said, okay, let me see this young man that is married to my niece. He invited Cyril D to come. Cyril D told Mellisa's uncle that on the 28th of September, which was like 3 weeks from the day he was inviting him, that he was going to come. Now, what we do not know is if Mellisa knew that she had fibroid before then, or she only found out that she had fibroid while she was married or dating Cyril D. Because somehow she was scheduled for a fibroid removal surgery. On the scheduled day, Mellisa went for the surgery, and that was it, guys. That was the end of Mellisa. Mellisa lost her life while on that surgery bed. Mellisa's family was called to come and take the corpse. When the family got to the hospital where Mellisa was operated, surprisingly, the family was surprisingly shocked at how small, serene, isolated this hospital was, because unlike our now sophisticated Mellisa and our Oyibo husband, nobody was expecting Mellisa to go and do an operation of that sort in that kind of hospital. The hospital had just the doctor and just few nurses, and the family started having their suspicions why they were staying in the hospital, because when they tried lifting the corpse of Mellisa, they noticed that her neck was kind of falling off. Of course, the doctors and the nurse were empathetic. They were so empathetic to the death of Mellisa that they end up giving Mellissa's family money just to sympathize with them. Melissa's family were kind of grateful and were like, how? This hospital actually gave us money. And that was how they took Mellisa to the morgue. When the family got to the morgue, now you should know that already the things were not adding up. So this family decided to look at Mellisa properly this time. And when they opened Mellisa, oh my God, what they saw. There was no single drop inside of this lady. Every vital organs inside of her was removed. Her was removed. Her this was removed. Her was removed. Even her parts were removed. Even that cage that they used to hold her neck were all removed. After the family realized what had happened, they tried reaching out to Cyril D. Of course, he was nowhere to be found. He was not even in the hospital when they even went to collect the lady. Everything Cyril D told Mellisa was a lie. His family, where he came from, where he stays, and even, of course, the name Cyril D was also a lie. Now, the hospital, on the other hand, the doctors, the nurses were nowhere to be found. Now, the more they dug into the investigation, the more they realized that everything was planned from the onset. And of course, Cyril D was not a first-timer in Nigeria. Well, Mellisa never got justice because every single person that was involved in that case is walking freely now. Once again, my name is Eminem Jeremiah, and I talk about true crimes. I talk about scary things happening in Nigeria, happening in Africa. Please do join the family by subscribing to our YouTube channel, like it, share it, comment, and if you're watching from Facebook, please also comment, like, follow, and share. I'm going to be seeing you in my next one.